segment is sponsored by the Center for Prevention. When it comes to chronic disease, often the first symptom of atherosclerosis is sudden death due to heart attack or stroke. But here to help us lower our risk for chronic disease is Dr. Craig Bax of the Center for Prevention, Cure Chronic Disease, to share the importance of early detection. So thank you so much for having us today.
Thank you.
I want to jump right in. Obviously, screening is important when it comes to notifying the symptoms and signs of chronic disease. So why is early detection so important?
Well, it's important to know if you have it so you can prevent sudden catastrophic events like sudden death and disability from a stroke. We know that when somebody suddenly dies and is removed from our life by death or disability, it has a tremendous impact not only on the immediate family but our community. We lose the benefit of the talents of those people that are affected by that sudden event. All too often, even with conditions like cancer, there's time to prepare, to have a transition if you know it's coming. But when you don't know the time or where it's going to happen, it's helpful to know why it might happen and actually take steps to reverse the underlying chronic arterial disease and type 2 diabetes that can suddenly erupt and lead to an event at the time that you have no idea when it might come.
Absolutely. So what are some of the benefits of actually undergoing a screening here at your office?
So when you know that you have disease, when you can actually see it, on an image, it's measurable, it has an impact. We call it an epiphany or a trigger to act. It's much like when women see the sonogram for the first time. It becomes very real at that point, right? It's not just theoretical. And the first reaction I typically get is, how do I fix that? How do I get rid of it? How do I make it better? And then we go into a conversation that focuses on the causes for their particular arterial disease in particular, and what root causes we need to address to improve that condition, stabilize it so it's much less of a threat to their life and their livelihood.
Absolutely. And what are some of the non-invasive treatment options that you have here in your office for those who realize, hey, I am struggling with this chronic disease, I need to undergo treatment to make this better?
So we measure the disease using ultrasound on the carotid arteries, measuring the wall thickness, and also body composition analysis using the in-body 570. It's a very non-invasive way of testing for visceral fat and measuring that and showing progress over time. Most everything else in terms of our treatment is guided by laboratory testing, lifestyle changes, diet and exercise. It's a big part. Sometimes supplements, medications when they're helpful, but it's all very individualized. There is no one size fits everybody.
Absolutely. So for those that are interested in coming in to undergo a screening in your office, what recommendations do you have for them?
Call our office at 217-321-1987. Check out our website at thecenterforprevention.com/HHS and register for an appointment.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Dr. Bax, for joining us and sharing this information with us today to help us lower our risk for chronic disease.